Today we're going to be talking about the XR2. Now this is going to be its best class setup. You guys can see on screen everything that's going to go. It's just going to go through everything that the five classes that you see on the screen are the five classes that I use with the XR2. It ranges from ones where if you've got it at its max level like I do, or if you've got it at a level where it's I'd say like between 1 and I think 8. So this weapon seems to be a weapon that you would use mainly for a DMR situation. It's a 3 round burst, and the it makes it just so much easier to shoot people from range. You wouldn't want to run and gun with this thing. Now I do have a setup here on screen right now that shows a great running and gunning one. Again, I don't really recommend it, but many people aren't going to take this advice that it's a DMR, and they will run headfirst into battle with it equipped. So it's up to you how you anticipate and use this weapon, but for me, I've been using it as a DMR. So basically, when you're running and gunning, I've got the extended mags and stuff like that on it, the rapid fire. That's it's an interesting combination because with this weapon, when you're running the rapid fire makes it 5. So when you're running and gunning with this thing, it's really hard to get any accuracy with it at all, especially when you are on the move because of its 5 round burst. I know the fully automatic weapon is going to have an advantage over you. Now, there's ways you can bring in the running and gunning with this weapon, but I don't personally recommend it. It's just not the kind of weapon for running and gunning. Now, as you can see, all the stats there, what these attachments do for the weapon, but I highly recommend against it. Now, the next one, as you're seeing on screen there, would be the ACOG sight kind of one. Again, kind of using the same, just taking away the laser sight and putting in a grip instead, because when you're aiming from mid to long range combat, you want to be able to steady the weapon easy enough and be able to get those shots down. Now, I only have 2 perks on it there because I've got so many attachments on it, but running the weaponized 115 on that one. This isn't my personal one, but I would recommend it. This one's for more picking out those targets at a range, like I mean medium, maybe short range. This is for peeping around corners. If there's someone hiding, this is gonna tell you that they're there. You can run the reflex on it either, but I don't really recommend it. If you're only using this gun for the first time, then maybe yeah you would use the reflex. You've got grip, quick draw, and I think that's high calibers on it as well. This one is for more those people that don't have this weapon at a high level. It's more 1 to 8. So if you're running this at a low level, this is what you want to use. This weapon is fantastic, especially in, like as I said, DMR situations. This is so good. So I've got the pistol in there as well, trip mine, blind eye, and hardwired. I have them there because again, this is for now. I wouldn't use trip mine if you're a low level. Use a Semtex or a frag grenade, and the 2 perks that are on it, they are for the guys that don't have this at a high level. The next one is in fact a DMR setup. It's got the Varex 3 on it, which is an enhanced sight. You've got FMJ grip, long barrel, and you've got the high caliber on it. Now this thing can pick out people from so far away. Um, I I actually don't have any clips of me using this setup because I mean the gap was I started using I think it was the ACOG, and I used it for so long and I just kept picking up kills, and eventually I unlocked the Elo sight. That's my favorite one, and this is my personal setup. You've got the Elo sight, long barrel, high caliber, and FMJ on it. This thing picks off people from so far away, and it is so good. Trip mine because if I'm not saying settling down to stay in one area, but if you are in an area and you want to patrol it, you want to make sure people aren't coming up behind you and taking you out. So you've got the 3 perks there as well. I've got awareness because I wear a headset and stuff like that. Now the clips are just of the various kills that I've got with this weapon, but it's very I didn't realize actually I killed my own player there, but still this weapon's very good for picking off players at long range, long to medium range. I wouldn't use this for short engagements. If you are using it for short engagements, don't. I mean that's not being bad, but it's not a short engagement weapon. It's not something you want to use when you're a few meters away like this, picking off heads, picking off people at a distance. This is what I think it's made for. It's a 3 round burst, and it's gonna pick off people from range. And I keep saying that because it's vital that people understand that is how good this thing is. every kill I've gotten pretty much with this thing has been somewhat far away. I mean, I get lucky every now and again, but the spray pattern on this is all over the place. So if you're not aiming down sight and you are spraying without a laser sight, this thing is completely useless. I just wouldn't do it. But the gun is absolutely fantastic. It's, like I said, 3-round burst. You can't go wrong with that, especially when you're shooting from medium, long range. Every time you hit a body shot or a headshot, especially in hardcore, it's a kill. Now in core, you're gonna need 2 extra bursts. So if you want to put rapid fire on instead of say a sight or something like that, do that. It'll be a 5-shot. It'll be a 5-shot, and that you'll definitely get the kill per burst, which is something that's vital. Obviously, people want to be able to pick off people from a distance and stuff like that. So I suppose that becomes extremely vital when you're engaging long combat on core, because as much as I don't play it, I do know that with rapid fire, with those extra 2 bursts, it finishes them off. But I play on hardcore, as you guys know. Anyone that follows my videos, you all know that I play on hardcore, and this thing I get so many kills with this thing. I don't think I've ever gotten less than 20, maybe 22 kills. I've never got less than that in a game when I'm using this thing, because it's so effective. People with submachine guns and other assault rifles just are not as fast as this thing. It gets off the burst so quickly. You know, when you're shooting down range, they have to adjust to the recoil. This thing is so smooth with a grip on it. You're keeping your recoil is down. You're getting the bursts done, and it's just game over for them. Whoever's coming up against you, if you're on target, they're done. And here's me with the elo sight. This thing, since I've got the elo sight, I've been averaging about 25 kills per game, which is really, really good, considering I would never have gotten that much at all in, say, past Call of Duties. But yeah, this has been my best class setup for the XR2. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll be doing more best class videos. Maybe the next one will be either the Pharaoh or the Weevil, as I've got the Weevil on its max. As you can see, I've done the Outrider. I think that's her name. I've done the Outrider. I've fully done most of her. I just have to get those last 3, but I can't use the Sparrow on hardcore because there's just nowhere to aim. But again, thank you guys so much for watching.